What's up, world? I'm back with another Spread the Love Sunday for you. This week, I am giving a shout out to a new show on Netflix. It is a series of unfortunate events, and let me just say, when I found out about this show, I was beyond excited. I was thrilled because that was the first book series I ever read completely all the way through. I have every single book hardbound on my bookshelf. I love this series so much, and I haven't read the book series in forever. It's been a really long time since I've read them, but after watching the show, I'm gonna go back and reread all of them because I just love it so much. For those of you who don't know what this is, it's the Netflix show, Series of Unfortunate Events. Obviously, it's based off of the book series by the same name by Lemony Snicket. It's about the Baudelaire children. They're orphans. Their parents died in a fire. Violet, Klaus, and Sunny. And the whole series is basically them just going through all these awful, awful things, trying to make the most of it and figure out what exactly happened, because it's like this huge mystery that they're uncovering throughout the series. And Netflix, they only did the first 4 books. They split them in 2, so it's part 1 and part 2 for each of the 4 books in the Netflix show right now. So there's 8 episodes in total right now. The Bad Beginning, The Reptile Room, The Wide Window, and The Miserable Mill are the first 4 books that they did. And it was amazing. Like, me, my mom, and my sister watched them all the day they came out, so it was Friday. And I'm just so in love. Everything about it was incredible. If you don't remember, I think it was in 2004, they did the movie by the same name. Obviously, different actors. But with that movie, they combined the first 3 books and put them in one movie. I was not happy about that because there's just so much. Even though the first few books aren't that big, there's still so much, like so many little things within the books that didn't make it into the movie, that it's just, you can't combine the books. That was the one thing I didn't really like about the movie, is that they combined the first 3 books, and it just didn't work for me. But I mean, it was a well-made movie, obviously, but this is about the show. So obviously Neil Patrick Harris plays Count Olaf, who's the overarching villain, I guess you could call him. He's trying to get the fortune that the parents left for their children, and the kids will only get it once Violet becomes of age, and so he's trying to do all this stuff to get them as like his, so that he can get their money, because he really wants their money. So throughout the whole series, he's disguising himself as different people trying to take their money, and the kids see right through the disguise, but no one else ever believes them, and it's crazy. Patrick Warburton plays Lemony Snicket, and in the movie, I believe it was just a voiceover talking in the background, but in the show, it feels like the books, because in the books, there will be huge chunks, huge paragraphs where Lemony Snicket is talking to the readers about different things, about the orphans, about, I don't know, other things. Like I said, it's been a while since I've read the books, but so in the show, he's physically there in the scene. Obviously, the other people in the scene obviously don't see it because, he's this narrator, and so it just gives this amazing feeling to the show. Feels like the books. It's incredible. And I love that actor too. He's on another show that I love watching. I believe, yes, he also did the voice of Kronk in Emperor's New Groove, and I love Kronk. Love that show. Love that movie. So I was pretty excited about that. And the kids that they got to play the orphans did an amazing job, and the girl who played Violet, Melina, she pretty much had to carry the little girl who plays Sunny. She pretty much had to carry her throughout the majority of the show. There were a few times when the girl who played Sunny was on the floor, or the boy Louis who played Klaus was holding the little girl Presley who played Sunny. But most of the time it was this other girl holding this baby like throughout most of the show, which is pretty amazing to be able to just, hold this baby and not, just no biggie. I'll act while holding this baby. It's pretty cool. I mean, it doesn't seem pretty cool, to be holding a baby and acting, but, this is a baby. My mom pointed that out. She thought that was pretty cool that this girl was able to hold this baby throughout pretty much the entire thing and still be able to do her scenes. I just absolutely loved everything about this show. Me, my mom, and my sister, like I said, we watched episode one right after the other. We took a break between episodes 2 and 3, which was episode 2 was the second part of the first book, and episode 3 was the first part of the second book. And so I came upstairs and found my copy of the book and tried to read as much as I could before we watched the episode because my mom was making dinner. I didn't get through the whole thing, obviously, because I'm not a fast reader and it wasn't a lot of time, but I got through a good amount of the book, and then we watched the episode, and there was some quotes that were taken directly from the book, and things happened, and I was just like, oh, this makes me so happy. My childhood heart is just loving this. So if you haven't seen it yet, go watch the show. I personally would say read the books first, because then you can unravel the whole mystery and you don't have to wait, be left hanging because they only did the first 4 books right now. I'm hoping that they're going to do the rest, because that would really suck if they didn't. But I would say go read the books, check them out from a library, go buy them at a bookstore, I don't care. Go read the books, there's 13 in total, and then watch the show. It's incredible. I absolutely love it. I was so excited that Netflix decided to do this. So thank you, Netflix. Thank you, everyone who was involved. Everything about this show was incredible. I loved it so much. I really hope you guys do more. I can't wait.